Hey, collective, grand rising, grand evening. Welcome back. Y'all see the past life cards. So yes, it is time for Akashic Records. While you're here, please like and subscribe if you choose to do so. Go ahead and comment and give me your feedback and your experience, okay? There's someone in the collective that is of Asiatic descent, okay? Someone also in the collective is an orphan, okay? The parent that you were closest to is your father. And we're going to do what we usually do, guys. We're going to pull 7 and clarify and dig deep into our past lives, okay? So concentrate your energy, concentrate your mind. I'm so happy to see you guys again. Let's get 7 for the collective. What should Spirit have us to know about the past life? Thank you. The arts. So I'm getting a lot of energy around the particular family member that you were close to, okay? Not necessarily yourself. You may be an artist of some sort. Doesn't have to be music, okay? Does not have to be music. I know that the arts is very broad, okay? You do have artistic abilities and creative talents, all right, that you need to express, all right? You may be a prodigy, okay? This is something that's innate, like you didn't require any type of training. I heard freehand drawing, all right? This is something that you want to explore, okay? This is something in your past life that may have been your occupation, okay? Something that you want to explore and possibly put more effort and time into, all right? Now with the arts card out here, you may actually support the arts. You may be a philanthropist towards the arts, okay? Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have your hand in it, but you do have some unlearned artistic abilities, meaning that you did not, Spirit wants that one, you did not learn it. Galactic, and see in your pre-shuffle, I was meditating on your energy. This galactic card came out. So you possibly are a star seed, and you know that you're a star seed. You're aware of your star seed lineage. You may be able to read the stars. Okay, you may be able to easily interpret astrology or astrological messages. Okay. You may find that for yourself, you see humans as like physically or psychologically and emotionally violent. Like, you're very sensitive to nature. You're very sensitive to the shifts in energy and things like that. You just want to get along with everybody and be as kind as possible. This was probably how your personality was in a past life, and your higher self has brought that forward to the present life, okay? If you see or sense other star people or star seed, that those people you see those people as your family. You cling to those people. The things that are here in the 3D, you don't really give any attention to. All right. You're probably shy and a tad bit socially awkward. Most people who have abilities in the arts and who look to regions outside of Earth are not socially accepted. All right. You may like to go on scuba diving trips or science fiction gatherings or courses like that. You may meet people online very easily. And not like predator type things going on. You may be into Reiki. You may actually practice Reiki, because galactic energy has a lot to do with the intertwining of all energies of the universe, okay? Keep that in mind. And that's probably why you have these abilities, or did in your past life, that's carried over here to this present life of the arts, or love for the arts, whether it be music or paintings or dance. I'm getting very strong emotional connection to everything. Anything that you support, you're emotionally connected to it. All right, so we got spirituality and religion. You may be a person who relies solely on spirit for direction. Like, someone can give you advice, but it's kind of like that feeling that you have in your gut, you know better, so you follow that. All right. You also, with this orphan card, you may have been like self-taught. Yeah, you may have been self-taught, as far as your spiritual knowledge. You may you have people that you go to, to get a deeper understanding, but those are not the end all be alls. Their word doesn't like stick. Okay. You may not agree with like the religion that you were raised in. You may not agree with that religion or that form of spirituality. Okay. This may trigger like guilt, fear, shame, unless you are one of those people that sees the bigger picture. With this galactic card, there's a call to seeing the bigger picture. You don't focus on doing or practicing one or two things or something, and not to say that you're esoteric or you practice everything, but you understand that the practice of one spiritual practice does not negate or take away the value of another. None of it separates you from the internal energy, the connective energy of the world and the universe. Okay. You may actually right now be exploring different spiritual and religious paths. Okay. But with this card, you're connected to like infinite divine wisdom, especially with this galactic. That's a timeless wisdom, very powerful. And that may be your art, is that you are able to practice and understand, or participate and understand. You meet people where they are. Thank you, Spirit. Now look at their health. So one of the arts that you may support is medicine. It may be a practice of yours to be in the medical field. You may be a doctor. You may practice Reiki healing. I'm getting that with this as well. You may practice Reiki healing. You may have some physical problem, that a physical ailment that was inflicted in a past life, and it's residuals that are coming into this life. And you probably reincarnated really quickly too. You probably did. It was almost like one body passed, released your spirit, and then another body was being born into this realm within like a couple of days, a couple of weeks, maybe a year. And you were right back. Now, this physical ailment, caused you some type of hardship, of course, but you learned compassion through that. You developed your healing abilities through that. You've learned to take care of community. And for whatever reason, even though this may be a spiritually based practice that you're doing, like Reiki healing or energy, transfer, something right there, energy propagation or something with this, you don't charge. Like I said, you much rather give freely. Now there is supposed to be an exchange so that the scales are even, but your payment is knowing that another person has peace. Okay, that's your payment from that person. And you actually, you yourself, with this spirituality and religion, you yourself tell the universe that there is no debt that is owed to you. Before and after you do your practice, there's no debt. Whatever you give it freely. There's no expectation of a return. Wow. Very, very generous energy that I'm feeling. Yeah, orphan. I told you guys, there's someone here that you had to learn compassion through hardship. Okay? You had to. You had no choice but to learn compassion through hardship. And nobody taught you. An orphan doesn't have a teacher. An orphan doesn't have a guide. An orphan doesn't know which way to go. You were very confused in a past life. Okay, sometimes that confusion can carry over. Like I said, residuals can carry over to the next life that you live, or some lives ahead. And you're trying to work through that emotional connection to whatever it was that you had in the past life that you were emotionally connected to, or whomever it was. You may have a person in your life that did not birth you, did not help to create you. Yeah, communal living, and you feel connected to that person right off the bat. Or you may meet this person right off the bat. With this communal living, those in the community that don't belong, they are shy like you, they don't fit in, that type of thing, you welcome them into your life now. In this lifetime, you probably had a hard time in the previous lifetimes being ostracized yourself. You probably had a hard time in the past life welcoming anybody in. But there's some inner healing that's going on in this lifetime. And I'll tell you, this reading is timeless, because I'm picking up where you were like fighting, like literal physical fights, because you were an outcast. You may have walked with the disciples at one point. If you don't know what that is, I'm referring to the Holy Bible. Those that walked with Yeshua, the ones that he chose, the 12 that he chose, where they were learning. They didn't have any particular spiritual knowledge, and you picked that up along the way, and you're carrying it through each lifetime. Those people that were ostracized and had health issues, you took on some of their energy. You did. There was you passed on healing, and in order to do that, you had to draw out their energy of like sickness, their sickness energy. You had to draw that out of them. Spirit says top of the deck. Yeah, trees. You may have lived in the woods in a past life. You may feel most at home in nature. Okay, since most orphans don't have homes, most orphans don't have a safe place. You probably saw a safe place in the woods. Yeah, trust and faith at the bottom of the deck. There's you had to learn over past lives to differentiate your trust and faith from religious practice. Your trust and faith is not in anything that you do or don't do. It's simply in the fact that everything exists and that source exists, if that makes sense to you. Like your relationship is with the Most High, with the universal collective energy. Your faith is in that, not in any particular religious practice. That may be why you are ostracized, is because you don't go with the norm. Okay, behind that, baby. Yeah, you may have been orphaned as a baby, or a preteen, pre-adolescent, like something like that. You didn't have many people to help you in wars and battles. What did I say? You were a fighter. You had to fight in your previous lifetime. You had to dig deep and gain some courage and fight not just physical battles, but spiritual battles as well. I feel like a lot of spiritual attacks came your way, and possibly still are coming your way, because you're a star seed that's supposed to spread knowledge, ancient wisdom, and ancient knowledge about spiritualism, period, about spirituality. you're supposed to teach people about the ways that they can practice. I promise you, I'm just pulling from the bottom of the deck as Spirit says to do. Forgiveness is the overall thing that you're supposed to teach people. Forgiveness and compassion. And it's because you've overcome all of these things. Not so much being abandoned. You weren't abandoned. Something happened with your parents over lifetimes. It was like over and over and over again, you were orphaned. And I see that. I see that in this spread. I see that one lifetime you were a baby, one lifetime you were a preteen, one lifetime you probably were a young adult. Yeah, scribe or writer. You're possibly in the energy of writing a book or a grimoire or some type of Reiki practice instruction or something. It's something with you passing along this ancient knowledge that you gained in order to heal. For those people who don't belong to a community with this orphaned community, and that is what connects you to your spirit family. You will find those people that you meet in the future. They're possibly from this past life thing. They're possibly from these past lives, because there's multiple past lives out here. There's multiples, and I have never had the urge to pull these cards. Yeah, leaving or travel. You were a nomad. This state of orphanism, you were a nomad. You didn't have a place to belong, as I mentioned before, or Spirit has had me to mention before. You didn't have a place to belong. You belonged to the universe. That was your home. You feel most at home in nature. You feel most at home honestly, you probably feel most at home on the go. You don't attach very easily to people because you understand that everything is temporal. Everything is temporal. Everything is temporary. Yeah. One of your lifetimes you lived on a farm. You probably practiced horticulture or agriculture in a previous life. You may be an herbalist now. I'm getting that too with this card and the trees and the communal living. A lot of your healing magic could be Reiki, herbalism. You could just do straight prayer, which is another form of Reiki. Okay. And that was 7 out the bottom. Wow. You've gathered. I saw Atlantis on the bottom of one side of that deck. You've gathered some type of ancient knowledge that your ancestors and yourself want you to use in this lifetime. We're going to pull the voices of the soul, as we usually do. All right. Now, people can get into your Akashic records. Yeah, bottom of the deck, guide. You are supposed to be the teacher, not the student this go around. Karmic message. You are supposed to teach this energy transference, this energy propagation. You're supposed to teach that to people who are willing to listen. I heard no more fighting. No more fighting. Those who don't want to receive of you, you're going to waste time on them. You are. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. You're going to waste time and you're going to push yourself back into, you're going to regress. You're going to push yourself back into a state of that lonely, angry, orphan feeling. And you'll have to learn yet again, when people reject you, how to heal yourself emotionally. You're going to have to self-parent, okay? You're really going to have to do that. You may be in foreign areas. You still have to take long journeys. You may have to deal with the media or the internet. And when you publish things, you're going to have to deal with higher education and philosophy, all right? Don't be afraid of what's coming. There's a tad bit of fear here. Don't be afraid of what's coming. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, guide. Again, you're going to teach people how to self-parent as well. You are. You're going to teach people how to self-parent. It may be in the workplace that you do this. You may have there may be like bad working conditions. You'll be one of the spearheads to changing that working conditions. You'll have to teach people about diets and hygiene and the service that they do. The service that they do and daily practices for their spirit and all these other things. Submission. Okay. Now with the submission card, this is giving me an air of wounded warrior. Like you're more of a servant than anybody that you're a leader servant, if that makes sense. You're here to teach, but those are your customers. So like, to make it simple. All right. And with that submission card, you may be involved in like communication. You'll have to teach them about the conscious mind. You may be an early educator. Okay, with that baby and orphan card coming out, you may have to deal with the youth. Look at Spirit is like confirming a lot of shit about you. Children, you may have to deal with the youth. Like that may be your calling. Okay. Teaching them how to express themselves. You may have to deal with children in your neighborhood, your siblings even, okay? You'll have to teach them creativity and personal self-expression, and teach them how to have healthy pleasures and how to appease those pleasures, okay? Going on vacation and hobbies, and they're going to need a lot of attention from you. I'm just going to tell you this now. You need to regularly do spiritual baths. You need to regularly make sure that you eat and sleep and take care of yourself, because there's going to be a lot of people with this communal living out here, and children and orphan. Like this is your starseed family for this lifetime, is the children. It's going to be a lot more children than there are adults. You may be in your mid-30s, early 30s, mid-30s. Thank you. Yeah, fears. What did I say? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. There are going to be a lot of people with trauma. A lot of people with trauma that you're going to deal with, okay? Their values are going to be off. They're not going to be financially secure. You're going to have to teach them how to make money, how to take care of their material obligations. And you're going to have to teach them self-worth. You're going to have to teach them how to find non-material resources, like how to pray and how to manifest and all those things. You're going to be a master teacher. Yeah, somebody's dealing with repression. You might have to involve yourself in childhood regression therapy. What is her name? Dolores Cannon, I think that was her name. She was a therapist. She's gone on to another realm now, but she was a therapist back in the day that dealt with past regression, like childhood wounds and all that stuff, pulling it in from the ether realm. And she helped people to see that they lived another life. They had a whole nother life. What's this? Yeah, freedom. You're going to have to teach people how to manifest their own spiritual and mental freedom, okay? From birth to death. So you're going to have people of all ages that have had the similar experience in their past life. That's what connects you guys in the Akashic records. It's kind of like a soul contract. I hate to say that, but you're going to have to mix your money with other people's money, okay? You're going to have to teach them about intercourse, healthy intercourse, not just using protection and all that stuff, but what it means to connect yourself on a deep level with another person. You're going to have to do that, and I pray that you're ready for that. If you're not, go ahead and ask your spirit team. And I heard you, person who said yes or no question, I got you. Source. Yes, guys, I have. And that's where this trees, I'm telling you, you learn that you're connected to source. Source is leading you in this life, this particular lifetime. Yeah, you have a few residuals, but that won't hold you back from passing on that spiritual knowledge, passing on that ancient wisdom. You're going to teach these broken people about hereditary or generational like curses and blessings and practices, and how important it is to be grounded in your roots. You're going to teach them about traditions and subconsciouses, and how to handle their place of residence. Okay, you may earn multiple properties. People may be gifting you like a lot of large tangible things over time. Okay, and yet again, conditions in early and late life, you I see that from birth to death. From birth to death, it's going to be people of all age range, all age ranges, all ethnicities, all genders, all identification of genders. I mean, there's anybody you cross paths with could be part of your soul family. I'm just going to say that. And if you walk around now feeling the need to quote unquote minister to someone, or speak life into them, or just give them a hug, show them some type of compassion and mercy, yeah, repression again, because you feel the damage, that has happened over time. Spirit says bottom of the deck, learning. yo y'all are, this reading is so powerful. This is like the first Akashic records in loss. They probably too are orphans, or they lost children of their own. Okay. And I could not, I mean, I can't imagine, because I've been there. Yeah, burden of tears. I could only imagine the hurt that they're carrying around, thinking that they will never see this person again. And you're going to teach them about karma, about how holding on to certain things can build up certain types of karma for them, because they're concentrating their energy. And karma is a life, like past life, future life, present life. That karma is all of that all together. Okay. You're going to teach them. Yeah. You're going to help them out. You're going to, and not to say that they're incapable. Help is assistive. It's that submission card. You're going to help them. You're going to be that other side. You're going to be the right hand to their left hand. Yeah, look at their duality. I am not, listen, this reading, Spirit is so deep into this reading. Like it's crazy. Wow. You're going to teach somebody about Kundalini. Someone is going to ask you about Kundalini. I would say not to share Kundalini until that person is ready. Because here, yes, in this fears card, there's the snake again, which represents the Kundalini activation. Like, just be real careful, because that's a powerful thing. That's all pretty much like opening up the chakras, third eye. What's up under fears? Spiritual message. Y'all, I'm laughing, not at you, but I'm laughing with you, because at some point, you are going to be in such a joyous state, like, oh, my job is done. All of those stars, my job is done. I've cleared my karmic debt. I can go back to source and be at peace. My job is done. I've delivered the karmic message, the message that has a lesson. I've delivered that, and I'm free. And that's what you're going to feel here. Wow. Yeah. Calm. Bro, sis. Calm. Empress, Emperor energy. You're going to be so stable. Yeah. You're going to feel so relieved. And you'll continue to practice what you practice and teach what you teach. But these people are going to be healed. Yeah. These people are going to be healed. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of that. Because of what you shared with them. And we're back to the forgiveness. Because of what you shared with them. But I think that someone, if not a good few, if you resonate with this Akashic Records, and you guys know, if it were anything negative that I picked up, I would definitely tell you. I don't sugarcoat it for Spirit. Spirit tells me what to say, and I say it 29:33 when I said that. But you guys, if you resonated, if you understand what's going on here, comment, like, subscribe, and share if you please. And I will see you guys on the next one. Stay in the energy of love, light, peace, and protection.